All right, so what's good, y'all? It is Will here from Second Eye Visions, signing back in once again, coming at you with another video today. Now, what I want to talk about today is, first of all, let me back up a little bit. What I'm talking about today is probably the most chaos that's going on in my life, and that is sexually, my sex life. And, it's not particularly with my own, desires. Here's the thing, all right? So, personally, I think that if I'm being honest, I think I'm straight. Like, I'm into women and I'm not fixated on that, but I've had questioning there, and the primary reason has been because of porn and consuming that content consistently. It tricks your brain, but I've really been able to lately separate you know impulses to watch porn with sexual desires, because those impulses to watch porn is for dopamine. It's a dopamine rush. It's literally all that it is. But the thing is, for so long, that tricked me into thinking that what I watched was really correlated with my sexual desires. And I've mentioned it a couple times on this channel, but those cravings to watch porn led to cravings, or at least curiosity in real time. And I almost kind of look at it as it's almost like seeing a dark forest in front of you, in which you see a bunch of trees. It's extremely intriguing because it's mysterious. But you see that path, right? That's unknown. And then you see a path on this side where it's like an open field, let's say, where you can pretty much see everything in front of you. Now, our minds are obviously more intrigued by that path on the right, that is mysterious, that is dark, an enchanted forest. But the thing is, if we know what's on the left, it's obviously smarter to go that way, because when we go to the right, our curiosity leads us there. But it's a very big risk. And the reason why I bring that up is because these impulses for porn have essentially led me to kind of want to seek sexual encounters in real life, and like hookups and stuff like that. And I've mentioned on this channel, like I've said, but I have tried to hook up with people in the past, and it hurts to say, but porn has tricked me so much that I actually went and tried to do it with men. And it's like when I got there to greet the people, again, that's hard to talk about, but there was no arousal, not at all, like none whatsoever. There was absolutely no arousal whatsoever. And it was almost like the act of porn versus the act of real life. It's obviously two different things, but I find myself way more drawn towards women, and I don't find myself looking at men very often. I really don't. It's just that it's almost this, like, when you start watching porn, you're watching the basic, the straight heterosexual versions of it, and then you watch it quite frequently to the point where it's not enough. So then your mind moves on to like other things. You're intrigued by other things like homosexual and even transsexual. And it's crazy because that's what it got to, like, to the point where I was watching like transgender porn, and because of that, it tricked my brain to thinking that's what I was into, and that's what I sought out in real life. Like, I'm not joking. And it's something that I'm still dealing with, this level of curiosity. I relate it to the phone ringing, where it's like this phone of temptation calls, and it's going to keep ringing, but it's on me whether or not I answer. And a couple of times I have blindfully gone to see someone and try and hook up with them. Like I said, with men, it's been with the trans person once too. And every time there's no arousal. There has not been any arousal. Again, a lot of this is hard for me to say, but it's the truth. And I have to be brutally honest in saying it, because It's just like the most confusing, utterly confusing aspect of my life. And I've kind of understood that like these experiences, as much as it's something that I regret in the end, like after the last time I tried to go to someone's house and hook up with them, I was there for a couple minutes and was just like, I'm not trying to do this. I don't know why, what keeps leading me here, why I keep doing this when I'm not interested. I'm not. Because, and then I go after those experiences, I'm driving home and I'm just sitting there, usually at night, like in an empty parking lot, crying and just like having this self-talk and sitting in agony, wondering what's going on. Why am I being led down these paths? It's literally like a demonic source entity that leads me down that path, you know? And I've never been in a relationship. I've never been able to experience like sex like that. Like, to be honest, I would damn near still consider myself a virgin. But, you know, you have to be able to have some sort of control over lust, which is something that I have not had control over, man. It's not. It's gotten the best of me. In my dreams, I've seen almost like dark sources and entities. Like I said, it just feels demonic sometimes in my dream, and it's very akin to that feeling when I get those temptations and those cravings of curiosity. You know, it feels like a demonic force is leading me down a path, and I am not in control of it. You know, I don't have control. And then after it's gone, I then realize, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I understand that it's not like a heinous act seeking out sex, especially when you're not in a relationship. To be honest, I don't think hooking up is as bad as a lot of people make it out to be, because, again, when you're single, I mean, you kind of have that craving and that desire. However, when it becomes a habit and something that you're doing time and time again, like hooking up with all these random strangers, then it's a problem, right? But I don't think the desire or the inclination or the level of curiosity to do it is horrid and should be, you know, judged entirely, which is why, like, you know, I'm just kind of trying to learn what my own sexuality is, because I didn't even like start experiencing any sort of sexual feelings or desires until I was like 18 or maybe 17. Like, I never understood it throughout middle school and throughout high school. Like, I never understood why people would talk about it as if it was the most amazing thing. But I saw it through the lens of porn first and foremost, and then it just became something that was literally out of a dopamine rush. That's why it's an addiction. It's literally seeking dopamine. And again, I know that I'm into women, okay? Like, that's, I know that I'm into females. And I'm not going to rule out the fact that there might be slight intrigue towards guys or whatever, but in the long run, I want to be with a woman. However, I'm not really anticipating it to happen until I can conquer this, until I can figure out a way to overcome these, not urges, but almost impulses, and the way that I'm reacting, the way that I'm answering the call. You know, like, the phone will continue to ring, but the question is, am I going to answer it? And it's painful to talk about this, because it's like, it's hard to believe that I actually did some of the stuff, that I actually willingly sought out a hookup with a man, with a transgender, like a couple of times. But it's not something that I do all the time. Don't get it twisted. It's just this level of curiosity that has drawn me towards it, and it's almost that the thing that I'm almost afraid of is the fact that I haven't been able to tame it, that I haven't been able to control it. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to figure out. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, but I mean, the first time I've really talked about a lot of this on YouTube. I've wrote a lot about it in my books because I just feel like free to talk about a lot on there, and same here. But it's hard for me to have conversations like this with people. Like, I haven't been able to have like genuine talks about my sex life with other people, but it's like doing it such as this is a lot easier for me. And ultimately that's just how it is, man. You know, I can't lie, man. I can't lie. You know, I made mistakes, but with that being said, I don't have to be perfect for anyone. You know, I experience mood swings, I experience chaos, I experience lust, just like everybody else. I'm human. So I try not to get too hard on myself, but at the same time, it's something that I'm trying to figure out and really not let get the best of me, you know. I just hope to win this battle and not answer the phone's calls moving forward. But I hope this video wasn't too much for anyone watching, because I understand that it's a lot. It's a taboo subject, that being sex, but still something that I feel like should be discussed. You know, the only way to move forward is to confront, to hear and confront what's now, you know, we're currently going through. So yeah. If you made it this far, like, again, I hope it wasn't too. Thank you guys so much for watching and hearing me out if you have made it to this point. And I hope it wasn't too much, but, you know, I just try to be myself and speak my truth, speak my pain, speak my love, my truth, everything. So, yeah, again, if you made it this far, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And Will from Psychonaut Visions, signing out.